talented actor who needs, of course, no introduction. Some of the fabulous performances she has done have been read out by Megha, and that is why she is winning today also the NewsX VicharGV Award for reigning OTT Queen. So, Shweta, firstly, congratulations to you on that. How does it feel?
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me here. It's so nice to be in Delhi because this is where I was born, this is where I grew up, did my studying, and then, of course, now in Bombay. So thank you for all those amazing things, for that introduction, and of course, the award.
Yes. Now, I'd request everyone to, of course, settle down, please, and those who have finished the next session to also settle down, because our session right now is titled, based on a true story, The Mirror of Cinema, as my colleague just mentioned. And your characters, Shweta, have truly been, in the cinematic work you've done, mirrors of the society we live in. So tell us about those choices that you made. And do you believe that films have a role to play in change in society? And have you seen impact happen?
I definitely think that it is a reflection of what we see in the society. In fact, just in the morning, Aaj Subha, my dad, who is an IS officer, retired now, my mom's a teacher, and we were talking about that how cinema, even before or when laws are made, लेकिन सिनेमा इज जो घर घर में जाके आपके दिल दिमाग में घुस जाता है. So which is why, for example, when I did Gonkesh, I had no idea what alopecia was. But because of my characters, I think I've become a better human, more understanding. Also, there is a lot of empathy that you get as an actor. Be it Made in Heaven, the episode, which talks about dowry. Now the thing is, these are things, जब हम किरदारों को ऐसा देखते हैं on screen, there is strength and power that the people, that the viewer, they get, the audience gets. So they feel that they're not alone, which is why I think cinema is so important. Or be it even Raj Kapoor, हम लोग हमारी सिनेमा की वजह से हमें जो प्यार और रिस्पेक्ट मिलता है. I remember I had gone to Chicago for the Chicago Indian Film Festival, and वहाँ पे जब मैंने Uber बुक की तो इंडिया से SRK का नाम, मिस्टर बच्चन का नाम, राज कपूर का नाम, ये सारे नाम की वजह से और उनके काम की वजह से हमें आज तक रिस्पेक्ट मिलती है. द कॉस्ट्यूम, द क्लोथ्स दैट वी वेयर, वो फैशन ट्रेंड्स बन जाते हैं. सो आई थिंक सिनेमा डेफिनेटली इन्फ्लुएंसेस अ लॉट ऑफ एस्पेक्ट्स, डेफिनेटली आवर थिंकिंग, but also our outlook towards a lot of things.
Yes, no doubt. And also, do you believe that, films are our soft power? We're seeing how, we are slowly making our mark across the world. This year we won the Best Original Song at the Golden Globes and Oscars. Last year we were the country focused on at the Cannes Film Festival as well. You've had the privilege to go there with your very first film, of course, Masan. Have you seen world over the attitude towards Indian actors, Indian films change over the years? And do you believe films is our soft power abroad?
I think also what happens is when we tell stories which are watched globally, people also get to know about us and our culture. कि मतलब हिंदुस्तानी जो हैं वो एक सबके दिमाग में एक जो होता है कि वहाँ पे सिर्फ सांप और हाथी होते हैं, and this has happened. ऐसा नहीं है मैं किसी और का बता रही हूँ. I remember that when I was in school and a friend of mine, वो exchange programs होते थे. So this is what they had thought, because only when you read or see, then you get to know what the actual story is or who the actual people are. So I think now, thanks to OTT, from Boston to Bihar, it can be seen at any time, at your own will, in your own free time. Also, what happens now is कि जो आपको एक buffet मिल रहा है, वो you can pick and choose what you want to see. Because अगर आपके palate के हिसाब से ये नहीं है कि आपको सिर्फ Indian मिलेगा या फिर आपको सिर्फ Chinese खाना मिलेगा, आपको जो खाना आप एक थाली खा सकते हो. So I think definitely it starts and sparks a lot of conversations like Masan. There are so many people who do not speak Hindi who had seen it. So I think that is a very, it's very inclusive now. And I think as a community, as just human beings, as a species, art is what binds us together, because you don't need a language. You need to understand emotions, because emotions are things that are universally felt.
Yes. You're at the Festival of Ideas today, so I have to ask you about the idea of acting. When did that happen to you?
ये कहते हैं ना कि बचपन में अगर ये कीड़ा काट लेता है आपको एक्टिंग का, तो वो जब तक आप फुलफिल नहीं कर लेते. देयर आर सो मेनी कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर्स दैट आई मीट नाउ, और पीपल हु आर इन अ टोटली डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्री, बट दे आर स्टिल ऑडिशनिंग बी एन एक्टर बिकॉज देयर इज दिस सेंस ऑफ satisfaction. And for me it's in a way very spiritual as well. Why I say that is because as an actor you are in the moment, because आपका जो ट्रूथ है वो उस समय आप कर रहे हो. जब मैं गोलू होती हूँ मिर्ज़ापुर की, जिसकी ज़िंदगी मेरी ज़िंदगी से टोटली कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट है. सो आई इन्जॉय दैट लॉट. एंड हमारे जो मसान के डायरेक्टर हैं नीरज घेवान, ही हैज सेड दिस टू रिचा, विकी एंड आई, दैट you three are so lucky because you're actors, because एक जिंदगी में आप इतनी सारी जिंदगियां जी सकते हो. So I feel as an actor, I mean again going back to Gonkish about alopecia, और लाखों में एक where my character has been sent to a rural setup to set up a cataract camp. Now as Shweta I would never do that. And होता क्या है कि जब आप वो किरदार निभाते हो तब आप उनकी जर्नी, उनका पेन, उनकी कहानी भी समझते हो. And that just I think elevates you and it opens your horizon as well, because you stop judging people.
Yeah.
Because जब आप कोई character करते हो, okay, मिर्ज़ापुर में for example, I really believe that nobody is born evil. A person, the soul takes over evil emotions because of something that has happened in your childhood, or something, a situation or circumstance that while grow up you face that. And because of that, it's because of what we do to people, the person responds in that way. And जब वो person बेचारा कॉर्नर होके रिटेलिएट करने की कोशिश करता है, तब हम उसको दबाने की कोशिश करते हैं और हम कहते हैं कि ये अच्छा है या बुरा है. But life is beyond that. I think with the kind of stories that are coming now, where the characters are not dry cleaned anymore. There is, मतलब वो जो माँ और बहन जो पहले होती थी, वो तो दुनिया में कुछ गलत कर ही नहीं सकती थी. और even in Kalkut, where I play an acid attack survivor, yes. That girl Parul, she has whiskey, but so what? She talks to two boys at the same time, but so what? Because हमेशा ये होता है कि जो दूध का धुलाया होता है उसके साथ जब बुरा होता है तो सबको बहुत बुरा लगता है. But हम black, white, grey के beyond है. Us as human beings, I think all of us are very colorful. We are full of maybe pastel colors or saturated colors. It could be primary colors that we are playing with. So why limit ourselves in that bracket?
Yes. You spoke about Kalkut, which is your latest series, and of course it has Vijay Verma also in it, and you very talented actors. Mirzapur, of course, you talked about. I'll return to that. But these have all been, of course, huge hits on OTT. But now, the criticism sometimes is big stars have come on OTT. कहीं ना कहीं वो जो content, वो जो कहानियाँ थी, वो लोग भूल रहे हैं OTT पे. OTT बिगड़ रहा है, कई लोग कहते हैं. Nawazuddin Siddiqui was here also earlier today. He disagreed. He said, अभी भी अच्छी कहानियाँ बन रही हैं. What is your view on this entire OTT, considering you've also got such success on the platform? What is your view on it?
I feel casting should be done according to the character that has to be played. Of course, there will be stars, and the thing is, stars do get eyeballs. So, अगर आपको वो हमें as an audience वो change देखना है, what we don't understand is the power that the audience holds. आप, it's like voting. आप जिसको देखना चाहते हो, आप उनका content देखोगे, उनको ज़्यादा काम मिलेगा. अगर हम let's say अगर मसान टाइप की या हराम खोर जैसी मूवी आती है, लेकिन अगर कोई देख ही नहीं रहा है, at the end of the day it is show business. जो producers अपना पैसा डाल रहे हैं, अब nobody wants to be at a loss. So which is why there is a huge responsibility that us as viewers and audience that we have, that watch the kind of cinema you want to see. मुझे कई बार वो लगता है कि ना कोई शो या फिल्म देखते हैं और कहेंगे कि अरे यार वो तो ना पता है बिल्कुल ही बकवास था. ऐसे तुम देख क्यों रहे हो फिर? Because जब काउंट होते हैं व्यूज, यू आर सीइंग नंबर्स क्या है, बिकॉज इट इज़ अ नंबर गेम. सो आई थिंक इट्स नॉट जस्ट बेचारे स्टार्स की गलती नहीं है, वो सारे डायरेक्टर्स, वो सारे राइटर्स, वो सारे ऑडियंस, एवरीबडी हैज़ टू पिक एंड चूज who you're voting for. Every view is a vote.
Okay, I want to also now ask you about the Mirzapur story. That is now become iconic for you. So how did it happen? How did you approach the role? How did you deal with the euphoric success? क्योंकि अभी भी आपका पीछा नहीं छूटता. आज भी लोग लगातार अरे गोलू आ रही है, गोलू आ रही है, गोलू आ रही है. you know. So tell us a bit about that.
So I had auditioned for Golu Gupta. I remember the scene also वो था कि हम लोग जब conversing कर रहे हैं and बबलू आता है and gun चला रहा है. So that was my scene that I come back to the library and I'm very upset with him because गोलू को violence बिल्कुल नहीं पसंद है. And that is exactly what Bablu does. And she's upset with him and then she realizes that वो upset में शायद थोड़ा ज़्यादा गुस्सा हो गई और ज़्यादा कुछ बोल दिया है. तो वो ऑडिशन हुआ उसके बाद कॉल आया वी वेंट ऑन एंड शॉट मिर्ज़ापुर नॉट रियलाइजिंग द ह्यूज सक्सेस दैट इज गोइंग टू बी इट वाज अ लॉट ऑफ फन the decider for me to do Mirzapur was that when I started reading the first episode, I could not stop. And I was at an airport and मैंने वहीं पे जल्दी से अपने फ़ोन पे पढ़ना स्टार्ट किया था. एंड तब तक तो गोलू का इंट्रोडक्शन था भी नहीं. गोलू एज अ कैरेक्टर वॉज नॉट इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन द स्क्रिप्ट. बट आई वॉन्टेड टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड बिकॉज अगर एक राइटर ने किरदार को कहानी को जस्टिस किया है तो हर किरदार को जस्टिस किया जाएगा. And then I was very excited and when it came out I was shooting for लाखों में एक season 2. उससे पहले मैंने किया था मसान हरामखोर जो कि बहुत ही इंडिपेंडेंट फिल्म्स हैं. तो कभी मैंने बिग स्केल यू नो वो जो मार्केटिंग के लिए पैसा होता है आई हैड नॉट सीन दैट. एंड आई रिमेंबर आई वाज कमिंग बैक इन द कार विद माय डायरेक्टर माय डीओपी फ्रॉम शूट ऑफ लाखों में एक and I saw a giant size hoarding with